Hello guys and welcome to this tutorial on how to use Nano Banana for product design in 2025. As product designer, visualizing our ideas quickly and effectively is paramount, but traditional rendering tools can be very slow and sketching isn't always polished enough for presentations. But lately, Google has released Nano Banana, which is a very fast model for image creation. And this is going to allow you to basically generate stunning photorealistic product mockups and iterate on them instantly just by talking to AI. So we're basically gonna go from a concept, which is gonna be like a bottled water, which we haven't even designed yet, and we're gonna make that into multiple polished mockups and exploring different materials, colors, and environment. Let's dive in. We are in Gemini, as you can see here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the Create Images tool, okay, which as you can see has like a banana icon, which is gonna be Nano Banana model, okay, and I'm just gonna paste this little prompt in here. This is gonna serve actually as our initial product concept, as you can see here. It's like the core idea, form, and primary function, okay. So I'm gonna say generate a sleek, modern, smart water bottle. It should have a minimalist design, a model block finish, and a subtle LED display, so on a hydration level, photorealistic studio lighting, and very importantly, I'm just gonna say clean background, okay, because I'm just trying to look at the design itself, not something like with an environment on it. But yeah, so we're just gonna wait for a few seconds. It's gonna create the image. Amazing, this is how it looks. If you by the way have an image or a sketch or maybe a render that you have produced, I recommend that you can actually click on add files and you can upload it to here in this little section, in this little menu, okay. But we want to do this from scratch, so obviously you're not going to have this in most cases. So yeah, this is how it looks. It looks amazing actually. Look at the matte finish, the subtle LED, and the clean lines. This is a fantastic starting point for stakeholder discussion or internal ideation. And we have actually saved hours of rendering, okay, because this would take like hours and hours. You can always take this to Photoshop, by the way, and just kind of remove the background if you just want like this detailing here or this design. So yeah. What we can do, guys, is now use another prompt to intelligently maintain this core design while applying our new material and color requests, okay? So I'm just going to paste this little prompt in here. Pay attention to it. It says, now create a version of exactly the same small water bottle, but with a brass aluminum finish and a deep forest green color, okay? And we're going to click on Submit. And it's very important the wording, okay? Say exactly the same smart water bottle. So it's going to try to use this image as a reference and keep it exactly the same. Okay, the words really matter in this case, so if you don't put the word exactly, maybe it's gonna kind of make an approximation to the design but not make it exactly the same. Wow, this actually worked amazing. As you can see, it respected my prompt. It looks exactly the same, just with a different color and like a different kind of material or finish or like a polish. This looks absolutely amazing, and now the possibilities are endless because you can ask it to modify to many different colors and many different designs. Not only you can add, but you can also remove. Let's say that I didn't want to add this particular the carrying loop in here that this has near to the cap. I'm gonna ask it to remove it. Okay, this is actually cool in my opinion, but let's say that you want to remove it for some reason. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna use this prompt, for example, and we're gonna click on submit. And once again, I'm asking for this smart water to be exactly the same except for this little detail, okay? But as you can see, this is how it looks now. Okay, so it actually removed this camera loop, but it also removed kind of the cap. So I'm gonna ask again, add the cap. Now, just a little quick comment on the models that you can use inside of Google Gemini. You can currently use 2.5 Flash and 2.5 Pro. 2.5 Pro is way better if you want to use Nano Banana because the results are going to be so much more amazing, so much more detail and higher quality. But unfortunately, you're going to have like a low credit limit, okay? If you're running on like a free plan, like me, for example, now in this account. So sometimes you're going to have to run or to change to 2.5 Flash, as you can see in here. Okay, so you're going to have to start from scratch and you're going to have to use 2.5 Flash, or you can also change to a premium subscription and then use 2.5 Pro more times. So this is actually the result that I got using 2.5 Flash. As you can see, it's not as polished, it's not as good, but it's still pretty good. You can kind of make changes. Now, let's keep on with the tutorial. A product doesn't exist in a vacuum, of course, it's going to live in the real world. So Nano Banana is actually excellent for visualizing how products fit into different environments or user scenarios. I'm going to add one more prop in here. I'm basically going to ask Nano Banana to put this into kind of a mockup, which is going to be in this case a modern office desk setup. Okay, so let's ask to create it and see what's happened. And this is the result we got. This is a lifestyle shot, okay? And we can see how the bottle integrates into a workspace. Of course, with the 2.5 Pro model, it could look even better, like way better, but this is what we have so far. Let's try with another scenario to see how it fits. In this case, I'm just gonna ask it to put it into like another setting, and like a sport setting. And with another simple prompt, we have actually, completely sifted the context. This versatility is going to allow us to quickly generate a suite of visual assets for different use cases or marketing campaigns. Now, while Nano Banana is very powerful, understanding how to refine your prompts and its current limitation is key for the best result, especially when you're using 2.5 Flash, which is kind of, a lower quality model. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the original image that I created using 2.5 Flash, okay, and I'm going to ask to refine the prompt. So I'm going to use this prompt in here, enhance the photorealism of this image, make it higher quality and add more details. And you can experiment with different keywords such as ultra realistic and 8K. And let's see what it does, okay? I'm using this as a reference, the original image. And now it actually added some detail to the original image and some shadows. I think it looks amazing and way better than before probably. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Just remember that while Nano Banana is amazing for visual mockups and initial design creation, it's an image generator, but it's not a CAD tool. It excels at certain aesthetics and context, but it's not super science for engineering context. So maybe you're gonna have to mix it with an actual design project or program. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and I hope you like it. Thank you so much.